Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Geeking Out podcast. I'm the Athletic Geek, and Easy is joining me this week to continue our journey through WCW, and we are now going to see the fallout from Halloween Havoc 1995. Will the monster trucks make another appearance? Will the
Absolutely
Yeti?
not.
Will the Yeti be there? I don't know. Let's find out. Pull up on the Peacock apps Season 1, Episode 9 of WCW Monday Nitro to follow along with us, and press play now.
Disclaimer, I'm still having some PTSD from that horrible pay-per-view.
You didn't like them pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
Not unless
and
Brian
pushing,
Zane puts that on Spotify.
and
Or
pushing.
making t-shirts. How has that not been a t-shirt?
I don't know.
Like, come on. If he's always like promoting ProWrestlingTees.com with his merch, it's like then put pushing out there. Yeah. All right, where are they? Hey, Dayton, Ohio, home of the Flyers.
Thought that was Philadelphia.
NCAA.
Ah.
Yeah. University of Dayton, home of the Flyers.
Oh, it shocked the wrestling world.
Okay. Actually, you know what? No, I retract that. It did shock, but all for the wrong reasons.
The footage arrives. You should just have it.
What do you mean when the footage arrives? Also, I'm kind of lost. Why didn't they do like Nitro in Joe Louis Arena?
Probably because they only could rent the building for one night.
I guess. Oh, but I'm holding my remote. Does that count?
Well, he's probably telling you don't touch the clicker and go to Raw. And what did Raw have on this particular night? Let me see.
Yeah. And also, where were they? That's
the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Now, Macho Man was going to be here tonight, as if you were with us, you saw he came walking.
Let's see. Nitro was in Brandon, Manitoba, Canada.
Hey, they were still in Manitoba. And they in the greatest city called Winnipeg?
It had Goldust versus Savio Vega, Marty Jannetty versus Joe Dorgan.
Oh, Lord.
The Smoking Guns versus John Reckner and Phil Apollo. And for the Intercontinental title in the main event, Razor Ramon versus Owen Hart.
Oh.
So not a bad episode.
That's actually a good main event.
Yeah, not a bad episode of Raw. Yeah. And we got Sergeant Greg.
Yeah, now I do want to watch that. Hey, it's Black Sergeant Slaughter. We haven't seen him in millennia.
Craig Pittman, if you're out there,
new to WCW, he's been on your program for months.
Hit your boy up and let's get you on the podcast. I'd love to have Craig Pittman on the podcast.
And who do we got?
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie! With very weird rock music, but okay. Okay, I'm going to say this officially. Only Eddie can rock the mullet.
There's a lot of wrestlers with great mullets back then.
Well, Eddie's got the better one.
Oh, yeah.
So what did Eddie do before he went to WCW?
He was in ECW along with New Japan and Mexico.
Okay. What, AAA or Lucha Underground, or if they were even companies then?
AAA was... Lucha Underground wasn't around, but AAA, he was in AAA.
Okay. Yeah, it's hope for a good match, because, Eddie, one of the best technical wrestlers ever. Oh, we got Eddie chants going on. Okay. We hear you, Dayton.
Yep, there is no pushing shirt for Brian Zane on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, come on, Brian. Why not? Like, just literally your front shirt can say, and pushing, and pushing, and pushing, and pushing. And then the back of the t shirt would be the lyrics, and pushing the trucks back and forth. Literally, if he does like meet and greet or something for maybe the next Starcast or something, I will literally tell him, you need a t shirt that says that.
I'm going to tweet him right now.
Yeah. You know, and every t-shirt will come with a free vinyl of and pushing and pushing and pushing the trucks. And whoa. Slamming jamming.
Yep, tweeting him now.
You know we're not live, right?
I know, I'm still tweeting him now.
That's true. Yes. Then, if you're listening to this, hashtag and pushing and pushing. I should just say and pushing.
November 26th. 60-man free battle royal. You've never seen it before. You will see it.
I got so many questions on how the hell that's going to work.
Well,
And also, if you get eliminated in one ring, can you join in the other ring?
No.
Damn. Or can you jump over from one ring to the other? Like, you know, from turnbuckle and
I've actually never like, as much as I watched WCW, I never watched a World War III. So this will actually be my first time watching this sort of match whenever we get to that pay-per-view.
Does the President Hillary know about this?
Outdated references.
What do you say?
World War III. Does the President and Hillary know?
Well, I mean, he was the president at that time.
Yep. Yeah, reminding you the 90s were a little weird. What injury?
The left arm. You know what that means, don't you? Cold red. Slap him in cold red.
I almost wanted to say, you know what that means? And I was going to say, we're getting free chicken wings.
See, he's still talking about the Monster Sumo trucks on the roof.
Actually, that's my next question about whatever happened to those trucks.
I don't know. I think I said my knowledge of the I know there was a Goldberg truck, and I know that eventually there became an NWO truck.
Huh?
So
the Goldberg truck became Team Mints, and then now known as Maximum Destruction. Why? Oh my God.
You will not believe what you're about to see. Let me see.
No, we will not, Eric.
No, because we don't wanna. And WCW is lucky that social media was not around. You know what? Okay.
To be fair, WWF wasn't doing much better at the time.
True.
WWF was like even like worse in the sense it's like you have Owen Hart, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, The Undertaker all on your roster, and your show is still not that good.
Okay, poll time. Which match was worse? AEW's Barbed Wire Death Match or WCW's Monster Truck Mayhem?
Monster Truck. And Eddie wins.
Eddie with the win.
Monster Truck.
No heat.
And I'll tell you why. The Monster Truck match was just all around stupid, but the barbed wire death match was decent until the finish.
Hey, there's people that doesn't look like they were here. Yeah, if you were to play the song and you'd say, this is Eddie Guerrero's WCW music, I'd be like, huh? He was a member of the Rockers?
Well, in Jericho's book, he talks about he called his like first WCW song like Basketball Highlights number something, because he said he heard his song and then he was like watching
some basketball, I guess.
Like watching NBA on TNT or TBS, and then like heard his song like is the background music for the for the highlights they were showing. So
fine. All right, let's see.
Sharp had ostensibly to help Norton, but inadvertently ended up across the knees, and Norton on the receiving end of the Randy Savage victory. Afterwards, pushing.
So this was a month ago.
no, then last week we had this.
Yeah, last week.
So it's showing everything that led up to it.
Okay.
And that indeed is the next match, Margo. But where the heck did Bobby Heenan go? We had a commercial, right? He got up and left. Well, you know.
He wanted to go get the footage.
The footage that apparently is not here yet.
Like, doesn't make sense now. It really did not make sense then. Hey, someone in Patriots gear. Love it.
How did the Patriots finish in 95?
They actually went to the Super Bowl.
No, that was 96.
And they lost.
That was 96.
Oh. Yeah, it was this season, and then Super Bowl was the next year.
The 95-96 season was when the Steelers and the Cowboys played. Then the next year was the Patriots and the Packers.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't know how the
I almost said Patriots Broncos for a moment. It's like nope, wrong one, wrong matchup. Nor would that even
that's both AFC teams.
Oh no, but this was the year that Art Modell went to hell when he moved the Browns to Baltimore. And pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving.
No, but then Cleveland got their football team back, and they called them the Browns.
3 years later. That is not a belly to belly.
Nope. No, it was not.
That's an elbow drop.
See, everybody gave Vince McMahon shit for going, what a maneuver. But, I'd rather Vince McMahon just say, what a maneuver, than, Eric Bischoff, than have Eric Bischoff, blatantly call the wrong maneuver.
I got an idea. I want us to do like a watch party and I watched like brief moments of it, and I'm like, oh god, I just can't watch this. It's just so dumb. Is the exposed pro wrestling's greatest secrets? It's like I want to just.
Oh, that is stupid. Reaction. That is stupid.
Yeah, like so.
The worst part of that the worst part of that whole documentary was them saying that they give the fans signs. Nobody brings their signs from home. I'm like, that's bullshit, because I've never seen people handing out signs, and I always brought my signs from home. Thank you very much, voice of Salem the cat, who is the narrator of that.
The only just great thing about that is just the line, "She's a stunt granny." I really hope there is somebody out there in the independent circuit that has a finishing move that is called the stunt granny.
Oh, but this, I'm actually enjoying this Haas fight right now. I mean, you have a former sumo wrestler versus a world champion arm wrestler, and both of them
actual fuck.
And both of them very, very successful in Japan. That's Bobby Heenan and
Bobby-
Sonny Ono.
I was gonna say Bobby Heenan making a deal with the Yakuza.
Sonny Ono, actually, here's a funny story about Sonny Ono. So at WrestleCon in New York City, I wanted to meet Ultimo Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, when you met Ultimo Dragon, just Sonny Ono came with it, and he had like pictures of him, of Sonny and Ultimo Dragon together. But the picture I chose did not have Sonny Ono on it. I just got like a really cool picture of Ultimo Dragon. But because he came with it, Sonny Ono signed it too. So
double count out.
if you look closely on the wall, it was a good match to the finish. But if you look closely on the wall with the picture of Ultimo Dragon autographed on the Just Us Marks show, you can see, you might be able to see, depending on the lighting, the two signatures on the picture of just Ultimo Dragon holding a bunch of belts of Ultimo Dragon's autograph and Sonny Ono's autograph, despite him not being in the picture whatsoever.
It's fine. Hey, what do you think? A future Geeking Out podcast, we watch Pro Wrestling's Greatest Secrets.
I don't know if I can sit through that one again.
Then bring CJ in, then suffer with us.
That special made the Monster Truck Sumo match look like Omega versus Okada.
How about we get Nick involved too?
Again, it made.
And I like watching. I would love to watch some horrible or just hilarious wrestling content. What is he trying to eat?
Sushi.
Oh,
But he couldn't eat.
That's my reaction to sushi. It's like, no thanks.
Have you had sushi?
Not a fan of raw fish.
It's not raw fish. There's like other forms of it.
I'm pink sensitive for meat.
You just gotta find some good stuff. Like a spicy tuna roll, I think you'd be okay on.
I see empty seats in Joe Louis Arena. The man called Sting, who does this and that.
Yeah. This is the one thing. I'm not gonna say I don't miss it, but it's one of those things that's very much a product of its time. They never they didn't show the clips from the pay-per-view as much. They showed like pictures because they still want.
Yeah, and WWE still kinda does it.
Because they back in this time they wanted you to order the replay.
Yeah.
They still had some money they could have squeezed out of this pay-per-view. So it's like, no, don't show them the clip. Pay for it.
Did they end up ever selling the pay-per-views on VHS tape if you didn't want to buy the replay or whatever?
Yes, significantly after the fact. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm just wondering.
I remember one time the video store that we had in my town. It got Great American Bash. 1999, but it was like 9 months after it happened. 6-9 months after it happened. And they're like, yeah, this is the soonest we could get it.
Let's see. Right, so we got the Four Horsemen. We got Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman, Ric Flair, and Invisible Man.
Kind of. I do want to say this, Pillman. I love how Flair just snatched that Hulk Hogan thing and just took it away from the fan.
That's fine.
Pillman was a good horseman, but I'm not going to lie, he looks very underdressed compared to the rest of the horsemen.
So, like Randy Orton in Evolution.
But Randy Orton wore suits with him, Here's Pillman in with a dress shirt he cut the sleeves off of in jeans.
Arn kind of looks the same.
But Arn at least has dress pants and a dress shirt on. And he didn't cut the sleeves off of his dress shirts, just naturally short sleeved.
Some people call us a gang. Some people call us a militia. We call it
4 Horsemen of Militia. Yeah, right.
They were pretty intimidating back in the day when they would, break Dusty Rhodes or Magnum TA or Sting's leg or arm or something before a big match. I mean, people
Careful what you wish for. You just may get it.
people were intimidated by the Horsemen. And this is before Arn was armed.
Okay, Brian, are you seriously okay? Like,
Today, with our hand going into that familiar trap, there's now 3, soon there'll be 4, and you know what that means, John H. And brother,
who's that, English?
Yes.
There we go. What? Yes, you're back as the Three Amigos. You're just missing Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and
they're going to add the 4th Horseman later on. They said they're looking for the 4th one.
You like our living? We deal with every day. We're gonna do what we want to do, and if you don't like it, if your friends don't like it, next Monday on Nitro, the husband will be in town, ready to go to work.
It's I'm not gonna say a word. Not gonna say a word.
Oh, Sabu and Disco Inferno. Can Sabu
Oh, yes.
Can you set Disco on fire, please?
Well, we're sadly not in Chicago for a second Disco Demolition night. Ooh, Saturday night. What are we not gonna have? Ooh, it's Mullet Man against some person.
The Renegade and the Cobra. Now that would have been a good match to see. The Blue Bloods versus the Blue Bloods versus Harlem Heat. That would have been cool.
Who gives a shit about the Braves? I know. Ted Turner owned the team back then.
Yeah. And I mean, there was.
And tragically, they won the World Series that year against the team from Northeast Ohio, who had one of the best years ever, but they found a way to fuck it up. Kind of like this year.
So let's say Cleveland, they had a good stretch there in the 90s, because didn't they win another pennant and played the Marlins?
Yeah, and that's also a World Series I don't want to talk about. And that year was when I saw my very first baseball game. And it was the Indians against Oakland on a very, very hot July night. Literally, I remember I didn't even want to sit on the seats because it was boiling hot. But yet, it's strangely enough, I remember which Gatorade I was drinking.
You remember weird things like that. I remember the first thing I ever bought. The first thing I ever bought from a baseball game was a bag of peanuts.
What was your first game?
Ironically, it was the Marlins. It was Cardinals and the Marlins in '98. One of the reasons why it was during the now infamous, because of the steroid scandal, home run chase. McGuire hit. He hit one of the home runs that year. But one of the reasons why it was really cool, well, one, it was my first Cardinal game. And two, this was I was a Mike Piazza fan. I just liked Mike Piazza.
I love Piazza.
And this is
why Mike Piazza has not made a pizza company called Piazza Pizza. Come on, man. A last name like that.
And it was during there was a 1 week stretch where Mike Piazza played for the Marlins, and that was during that week. So not only did I get to see the Cardinals play, I got to see Mike Piazza play too. So that was cool for me.
Remember Piazza? He was like on the Mets, and then he was on the Dodgers.
He was on the Dodgers first. I became a fan of Mike Piazza the same way that I became a fan of like Al Unser Jr. I saw them like on Fox Kids or Nickelodeon or Sesame Street or one of those like shows.
Mike
One of those.
Mike Piazza had a cameo in What's New Scooby Doo.
But I remember seeing him. This was in the mid '90s. He was on like Nickelodeon or Fox Kids or something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Same way like I found out who Al Unser Jr. was, and I'm like, he was on one of those kind of things I watched as a kid. And I'm like, oh, okay, I know that guy now.
Now, for our generous listeners, it's not that we don't care about this match. We just don't care about one of the people involved.
Yeah, Disco Inferno is... Disco Inferno is... I've used this phrase a lot, but he has another answer to a question no one asked.
Yeah. Your very first baseball game was Cardinals. And I'm Mark McGuire. Oh, you didn't see one as a kid, or?
I mean, I was 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was 7.
Okay. I was like, I was 2 when I saw my game.
Yeah, I was... I was a little older, but I was 7.
Fine.
The only non-Cardinals baseball game I've ever been to was the one that we unknowingly were at the same game. Was the
yeah, right. That was literally giving my next subject. Yay, Sabu wins.
Was when it was the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, and we saw a streaker
that tried to go on the field. It's funny that's how you remember a game is not really the result, but just what the weird things that happen.
I think I remember the Blue Jays won that one. I do remember that.
Yeah, they won that game. Yeah, the hair's still alive. And oh
man, Disco actually did something kind of cool there. I'm shocked. That's a first for Disco.
Well, Sabu is homicidal, suicidal, death-defying, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
Suicidal, homicidal, death-defying.
And don't forget genocidal.
Or genocidal. God, I keep forgetting that. Uh-oh. Going on next. Oh,
yeah!
Oh! Okay, I've never seen anyone throw a table at somebody.
Now set the table on fire, cover it in barbed wire, and put Disco through it.
Let's see.
Like, I know GCW wasn't a thing, but go full GCW right now, like precursor to GCW.
Good.
Unfortunately,
why did just pull Disco Inferno off the table? Oh, let's see. Oh,
boo!
That's
boo! But I am the table.
First the table didn't break. Wow, lame. And okay, no, Sabu was like, screw that. I'm gonna keep going. No, Disco's escaped. Okay, whoa! Hey! Make sure you don't hit the fans.
Does this madman overreact?
Take him from ECW, so what do you expect? And what do we got next?
Lex Luger and Ming.
Oh. It's Ming!
He'll kill you.
The road to Nitro goes to okay. Is that a Lex Luger doll?
That is a Lex Luger.
Well then. Well, Lex Luger figure, but yeah, whatever. Oh, we got a tag team match. Okay, so we got Lex Luger
and Ming.
Yeah. Jimmy Hart, who betrayed the Hulkster. And Kevin Sullivan wondering, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Booking this shit. That's what he's doing with his life.
Now I did get like a little spoiled about what happened with the world title picture because I did watch a video about the history of the Dungeon of Doom, all thanks to Brian Zane. And it looks like they had a good idea at the time, but it gets a little bit boring with
American males, American males, American males, American males.
Lordy Lord. As soon as I heard that guitar chorus, I was like, just keep talking so I can shut you up.
American males, American males, American males, American males, American males, American males, American males. Dun, 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 dun. To you better not listen. You might wind up in critical condition. American males. So this episode's already been like knocked up like 3 points. We get an American males appearance.
All right, just a reminder, next week, WCW live and it's interactive. You fans get the pick. Call us, tell us what you want to see. In the red locker room, Big Bubba, Scott Norton, Rick,
Ooh, can you please post the phone number so I can call in?
Yes, please. I wonder if it's still active.
Yeah, we can test that one day on Just Us Marks.
I will bet a paycheck. It's if it is active, it is not WCW.
And now we got to get back to the ring. We have got action going all over the place. We've got Lex Luger in the ring with Marcus Bagwell. We've had action back and forth. A lot of it taking place outside of the ring. We are back inside of the ring.
Actually, in reality, they were just standing around waiting for the commercial to stop.
Well, I bring this up a lot. Remember at WrestleMania, because they put the pre-show was on like NBC. Remember whenever the Hardy Boys came out, like, and that music just kept looping? It's like they're in a commercial and they're waiting for this to start, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal to start, because we're just here like going, yep, and oh, the Hardy Boys theme's gonna keep going. They're still playing that thing. Okay.
Well, at least the best part with that WrestleMania weekend is Hardy Boys winning the tag titles on Tuesday night. Are we supposed to get an appearance from the Giant, or is that next week?
That's this week.
Okay. Just trying to remember what was going to happen. I think I saw somebody in the front row wearing a Dale hat, which is perfect.
Well, 95, it was... let's see.
Oh, there it is, yeah. There you go, guy in the 3 hat. I don't know, I was really hoping this would be a squash.
Nope. No, we're getting a good competitive matchup from the best team in WCW history.
Yeah, Luger and Ming. Good guys.
Well, Luger and Ming never did hold a... That was a heck of a bump that Riggs just took there, though. That was cool.
I was like, damn. Oh.
Luger and someone that rhymes with Ming held WCW Tag Team Championships.
Hey, referee, you shouldn't turn your back when teams are cheating. It's like you're doing that intentionally.
What's worse, a referee turn his back or a referee just blatantly ignoring the rules and letting it go on like Rick Knox does.
I want you to say that in front of him.
Oh, say it in front of him, like, hey, Rick Knox, why do you always seem to like just let the non-legal man stay in for like 3 minutes, especially when that non-legal man is Nick Jackson?
Because they're the ones that do my paycheck. Imagine if there was like an Aubrey Edwards of WCW. Like she'd be the star.
Maybe.
That's honestly the fun part with AEW is like you never ever, no matter what promotion you're in, you don't get an insane pop for referees.
But you could also argue that's not a good thing. The referee should just be...
Aubrey and Bryce Harper are the only ones that have fun with it.
Yeah, but you could argue that that's not good. The referee is not supposed to be a star, one could argue. Like, the referee's supposed to just be, it's supposed to be, like, in the background and then not take any attention away from the match.
No, I mean, not away from the match, obviously, but just before the match,
Yeah, that's fine, but,
like whenever we hear, like, your referee's going to be Aubrey Edwards, I was like, yes, Aubrey.
Aubrey, in my opinion, and I'm not knocking Aubrey, but sometimes she is so over the top that she takes away from the spot in the ring.
I mean, she's like the one referee I think I've seen that I've probably seen perfectly stand up to Jericho and be like, hey, I'm not going to take in your bullshit in my match. And no, it's not. Boo. Come on, kick their asses of those rejects from Chippendales.
I mean, those former tag team champions. And we watched that episode, motherfuckers.
And they still looked like they were rejected by the Chippendales. No.
They're just American males.
I mean, well, hey, look, Jimmy...
That was actually a cool move.
Uh-oh. Nope. Referee's just having a decent conversation with Jimmy Hart. That's all there is to it.
I'd still rather take the referee being distracted by the manager than just, oh, you're not the legal man. All right, go. Call me a boomer, but, that's... This is why I don't always love the Young Bucks matches, everyone.
And Luger's just dry humping Bagwell.
It's called the torture rack.
I see.
That's his finisher. He's literally like breaking your back on his shoulders. I always thought it was a cool move.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not going to get replays of the match.
Damn it.
Like imagine if someone actually tuned in and they were like, oh, hey, the segment's going on. Wait, what happened? What happened earlier?
Be careful when you're out there. Be very careful when you're out there.
Be careful, Trent. Oh, hey.
Oh, because people still believe in the thing that people are passing out like knives or edibles. Like, guys, total freak out. That, however, is funny.
Well, not even that. Just be careful. Being on the street, don't get hit by a car, or let a creepy stranger person like hurt you or something. So easy actually being responsible there.
No. Oh my goodness! Wait, we're actually seeing footage?
Oh, here's footage. Man, they must not want us to pay for that replay.
Literally, if I saw this, fuck it. I don't want to pay for a replay. I just want to see this. All I'm missing, honestly, all I'm missing is like last night on Peacock.
It's a premium live event.
I will say, like, I would definitely put this on my like top 10 betrayals. It's like Jimmy and Hogan are like a dynamic duo, much like Brock and Paul Heyman were.
Yeah.
He's literally just hugging him. That's it.
Oh, are we gonna see it?
No, I gotta see it.
Come on. I want to see it. No, that's not what I want to see.
Not yet.
No, I don't want to see. No offense, Randy Savage. That's not what I want to see. There he is, and the Yeti! And now it's time for a Dungeon. Now it's time for a Dungeon of Doom gangbang.
And now, and you gotta give the people what they want.
The butt fucking of Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god, just. You know what? I'm confused. If he's like knocking out Hogan, how is he making sure he's not hurting the Giant either? Because you know you're squeezing the Giant's shoulders as well.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hey, I mean, I guess we were gonna get an entrance of the Giant.
Wait a second. If I make mixed up in here.
Tony, only Mean Gene can be questioning, not you. Actually, speaking of Mean Gene, where the hell is he?
Mm.
Oh, come on. I thought his name was the Taskmaster.
Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster. You know, it's kind of like a nickname. Like the Cleaner. Or the American Nightmare or something.
Speaking of backstabbers, Brother Savani, what an evening that was. What I'm talking about is the vision of Hulk Hogan laying there in a crumpled, pathetic heap. The Marshall Man, Randy Savage, laying there in a crumpled, pathetic heap.
Guys, I think Kevin Summerlin's actually having a seizure.
You know what, Hogan?
Yeah, and he's dead.
You got a piece of the total package. You got a piece of the Giant. And he's got your belt. And that is what it's all about. You know, do what you will. But nobody's going to knock this off the hill.
Well, let's go through your WWE career.
Everybody that gets in the ring with me. Hogan, everybody, I don't care.
I will say it's quite fascinating that 5 years from now he's in the main event of WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah.
Also, goddamn, I missed that belt.
Yeah, that's a great looking belt.
There's only foe. Everybody has their own agenda. This is a fighting champion. Next week on Nitro, he will defend his belt.
Just get to the contract situation already.
That may be next week on Nitro.
Oh, come on. I thought.
In Jacksonville.
How ironic.
And Sting will be there.
And Kevin Sullivan having another season. Is that seriously how we end the episode? Are you serious?
Yep, that's how we end the episode.
Shit, where's my remote? I don't want spoilers.
So, what'd you think of the follow-up to Halloween Havoc?
Oops, sorry. Well, first I want to make sure I don't spoil for next week because I forgot it was on autopay. I got nothing. I don't know. Not really much explanation. Literally, you gave us like a 10-minute promo to end the show. Like, I know you're an hour long, but you could have had some explanation.
Yeah. But tune in next week to Nitro. I mean, they had to grip you to come back. They had to beat Raw next week. But yeah, so...
if you knew Raw was not going to be doing well, then why bother?
Because you don't know Raw is not going to be doing well. You don't know that people... I mean, it was... Until the NWO came in, like, they were pretty well back and forth on the ratings. So, I mean, you did know that they weren't going to be... Okay, let me put...
Enlighten me.
Here's a good way of putting it. Who is like a bad team in the SEC?
Vandy.
Alabama's still going to prepare for Vandy, aren't they? Like, maybe they won't throw the whole, like, fucking playbook at them, but they're still going to prepare and be ready to play against Vandy, right? Because if they put a shit show on, they still might lose that one, and that would be even worse, right?
I mean, we did lose to Tennessee after 15 years, but
yeah.
You know what?
But I'm just saying, in general, like, you know, so if you're gonna like compare this to like a football game, you know, you're still gonna take the, you know, even though your opponent may be struggling, you're not gonna be like, okay, well, just let's have an hour-long, you know, frickin' Disco Inferno versus Sergeant Craig Pittman match. You're like, no, we got to still hook these people for next week. What's something we can do? Oh, well, we'll explain more of Jimmy Hart's betrayal in the title situation.
I mean, I'm all in favor of, like, good storytelling, but again, there should be explain now, especially while the pay-per-view was still fresh in everybody's memory for those who did see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm not going to disagree with that, but they're also probably thinking like, hey, you know, hey, Raw might be big next week. We gotta keep the hooks in. We gotta keep bringing them back. I mean, it's nothing different than what AEW did.
I mean, after watching that, I would rather have seen what did Razor Ramon and Owen Hart do in the main event.
Well, it was a DQ finish.
Never mind.
Probably a good match, but a DQ finish. But yes, that is it for the podcast this week. We want to thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. We'll see you next week. We might be watching Nitro. We might be doing something else. Anything can happen on the Geeking Out podcast. See you next week.
So support his Patreon, for fuck's sake.
Yes. Then we can do more crazy stuff.
So I can still keep my sanity for being on this.
See you next time.
But for real, support us.
Tune in next week.